Oh, flying when the wind is like this is always my favorite. It's just so much easier to glide with no effort. Not that it usually takes me that much effort in the first place, but to feel totally out of control, it's definitely something new. Perhaps a lesser creature would find it challenging to fly when the winds are this chaotic, but I find it exhilarating. Of course, it probably means that there's a storm coming on, and flying when wet is definitely not something that I think anything enjoys. But as long as I make it home before the rain starts to fall, there shouldn't be any problems. I don't have anywhere that I necessarily need to be for the next few days, so I can enjoy the storm and then wait it out and watch as it passes. It's been a long time since this area has had a good heavy rain. I've kind of missed them since they've been gone. You would think that as I get older they would get more frequent, but, well, some of the creatures in the forest say that humans are to blame. But how could just one group of beings cause enough damage to completely change the weather? Though, even with the limited knowledge that I do have of humans, I suppose it doesn't seem all that surprising that they would be greedy enough to affect something as powerful and natural as a rainstorm. Even so, I hate to give any creature such a label. It's a pretty big thing to have hanging over you, especially since I don't really have that much proof. Though, I do miss the storms kinda desperately when they're not here. But it seems like there's a good one coming on for later today. So, I'll put that away for later. What's this? That's a pretty odd color to see across the forest floor. I don't know of any flower or creature in this area that is neon orange. Maybe I should go investigate after all. If some creature has been displaced, then, well, they'll have a pretty tough time of it getting back to wherever their home is once the storm starts. I might as well see if I can help them in any way. And if it is just some kind of garbage, I can just dispose of that as well, so more's the better. Getting down's gonna be a bit difficult with all these winds. Let's see if I can yes. It'll be a quick descent, but I've done much harder maneuvers before. I suppose I do risk scaring whoever's down there, if it is in fact a creature, but, well, they'll see soon enough that I mean no harm. Here I go. Oh, it seems that landing wasn't one of my best ones, though I can hardly be at fault when the winds are like this. It's good when you're up in the sky, but getting in and out of it's a little more difficult. Let's see. I ended up a bit off, of course, but I should be right near there. I recognize that color from the air. It seems to be some kind of backpack? Perhaps there isn't a living thing after all, though I don't know why something like that would have ended up here. Perhaps some other humanoid creature had brought it along? Well, I might as well investigate anyway, since I've come this far. It's definitely a backpack, and it seems to be well stocked and— oh! Hello? Sorry. There seems to be a lot of forest debris around. It's difficult to see you, so you startled me just a little bit. Can you move again? Oh, there you are. Are you injured? Yes. Yes, sorry, I assume you must be if you're lying under all that dirt and stuff. Here, give me a moment and I'll try to clear some of it away, okay? Just hold still and try to remain calm, alright? You're not in danger. Not anymore. At least, not as much as you were when you were dealing with this alone. Let's see. Most of the branches don't seem to be too large. I don't know what it is that got you hurt, or where it is that you are hurt, but I don't think that moving any of this will disturb the injuries. At least as far as I can tell, that is. I'm gonna go ahead and clear some of this away, but Let me know if anything hurts you, alright? And I'll take care of that first. Okay. There. I can see you much more clearly now that all that stuff is off of you. Oh, wait a second. Not to sound disrespectful or insensitive or anything, but can I ask, what exactly are you? I'm aware of many creatures that live in the forest, but I've never seen one that's... Hang on. You wouldn't happen to be a human, would you? No, that's no problem. Probably. It's simply just a rarity in this area. Typically, humans aren't such a big fan of the forest. But since you're here and in such a state, I wonder if maybe you didn't mean to be in this area in the first place. Even for those of us that are familiar with it, well, I know that at least I wouldn't want to be out in the woods during a storm. It's definitely not ideal. Perhaps you're here by mistake? Is that correct? Oh, got it. Yeah, that would make sense. Though, I can't imagine how you ended up this deep in the woods. Especially alone. There's still kind of a lot of dirt on you. I don't have the best eyes. Not in the daytime, anyway. I'm more suited for nighttime things. But I'll do what I can to clean you up, and see if you have any further injuries that need attending to. I'm not exactly a healer, but I guess I would probably be better than nothing, which is what you had before. I hate to imagine what must have happened to you. If I hadn't come along, well, I suppose some other creature would have, eventually. But it still is encouraging to me that I was able to discover you. If I had found out about this later, and known that I could have helped, but just kept flying, well, I definitely would not have been happy. Now, let's see. What's that? Oh, you have water and first aid supplies in your pack? Oh, that's perfect. Just stay here for a second and I'll retrieve them for you, okay? Oh. Just a second. Sorry, your zipper's a little tricky. Sorry, my hands aren't really made for things like this. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a bottle. I'm not sure if I have the dexterity to get a cap like this open, though. If I place it in your hand, would you be able to do it? Awesome. Here. That's it. Okay. I'll take it to your lips now. I'm sure you need water. I don't know what you've been through in the night, but I can't imagine that it was good. There we go. Let me know if you need any more, okay? I'll look for that first aid kit you mentioned. I think this is it? The big red thing? Oh, awesome. Good. Sorry. People like me don't really tend to use things like this. Well, not things like this exactly. But I think I still know the basics. Is there any place in particular on your body that is causing you distress? I can see what I can do. If it's an urgent injury, there are some healers in the area. But it would take time for me to find them and bring them back here. I think it might be more efficient if I got you to safety first. Does that sound like a good plan? Good, alright. Well, at least we have some direction now. That's better than me just rambling on and not knowing what to do. I don't want to scare you by seeming like I'm completely incompetent, but... well, maybe I'm probably not the best person that could have stumbled across you. I mean, I don't have any cool magic or anything like that. And I'm sure you're safer in my hands than you would have been with some other creatures that live in the forest. Especially since the other option would be alone. But I promise I won't hurt you, if that's something that you're worried about. And I will do my best to make sure that you're able to be mended. I know that you're a human, but It doesn't feel right to me to leave any creature suffering, especially when I know I can do something about it. So, I'll do my best to help you, okay? Human or not. Now, let's see. Is there any particular part of you that's causing a lot of pain? Oh, your leg? Let me see if I can clear the area and take a look at it. Let me know if I brush against anything that's sensitive, okay? Okay. I just don't want to hurt you any more than I have to. That would be kind of counterproductive to my goal. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There's a pretty nasty gash right here. I can't imagine that you would be able to get far with this. Even if you could get up, I don't know if you'd be able to walk very much on your own. I'm gonna try and disinfect the area with that cloth that I found inside of your kit. It might sting a little bit, so sorry about that. But I'll try to be as quick as I can, okay? Are you ready? Still a little nervous, huh? No, that's okay. It's probably even normal. Let me think. Why don't we try and talk through this part? That way, the pain isn't as bad. I've heard that it's easier when you're distracted. So, where is it that you came from exactly? Oh, yeah, I do recognize that name. It's the nearest human city to here, as far as I know anyway. But maybe nearest isn't exactly the right word. You're still pretty far from anyone who would recognize you. But regardless of why you're here, or where you came from, I'll still do my best to find a way to get you back home. There, all cleaned up. I'm sure it is painful, though. It definitely looks painful. But I don't think it's necessarily life-threatening. I'm still glad that I was able to find you, though. I would hate to think what might have happened to you had you been left here to lie all alone with an injury in the woods. But at least I did come, right? Right. Okay. I'm gonna lift your leg just a little bit to get some bandages around it. But I'll be as gentle and quick as I can, alright? Okay. Here it go. I guess I might come as a bit of a shock to you, the way that I appeared and all. I understand that humans have some understanding of what I might be. A friend of mine in particular has a kind of notoriety among your kind. What is it that you call him? Mothman? Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly the term that I would use to describe us, but it's not really incorrect either, so I guess there's that. I don't know what preconceived notions you humans have about our kind, but I can show you that we're nothing dangerous. Oh, there we go. Your leg is all wrapped up. I know that I'm probably not the best option to go ahead and carry you out of here, but I'm what you've got. So it will take a little bit of time, but it would take more time to call someone more competent, such as a centaur or, I don't know, just someone who's bigger than me. But I think I'll be able to handle it, if you're okay with that, that is. And it'll be much safer to have me with you than to leave you alone. And then I can take you back to my cave, which isn't far, and we can work out what to do next. Does that sound like a good plan? Perfect. Here, take my hand. I'll get you to safety as soon as I can.